Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your February 2021 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading and clear the energy space, once again, a reminder not to engage with anybody in the comment box that says they are me and offers you a reading. I will not be soliciting you for anything. That person is a scammer. Okay, now with that said, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. Now let's move the bowl over here, letting it sing. As we see what the tarot has to say. Taurus, February 2021, money and career. Taurus, February 2021, money and career. Taurus, February 2021, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Now we're doing things just a little bit differently, just to spice things up a little bit. Change is always nice. Right? I find this a very fun way to talk to spirit right now. And let's see your chakra energy for this time. Taurus, February 2021, money and career. Taurus, February 2021, money and career. Taurus, February 2021, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Yeah, this one. Okay, fantastic. And we have peace, the crown chakra. We have psychic development, the third eye chakra. And finally, we have clarity, once again, the third eye chakra. So that's really quite nice. There's going to be a clarity, a peace that's coming forward. And there's also a sense of something ending that has been causing you a lot of anxiety. So that's a nice thing to see. Now let's see the people the energy that you have to be mindful of. What is the energy that Taurus has to be mindful of? February 2021, money and career. What is the energy that Taurus has to be mindful of? February 2021, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Fantastic. So we start off here with the Lord. This is very controlling energy, okay? This is also Aries energy. Time frame is March 21st to April 19th. It isn't relegated, though, to simply being an Aries. This can be anybody who is going to be the Lord over the situation, who's going to want all the details, who is going to be extra, just controlling is the best word for it. And we'll go in deeper once we see what the tarot has to say. You have the Freyalt, which is Sagittarius energy, November 22nd to December 21st. This is a person who isn't connecting with their higher power, because this is the negative side of things here. And then we have the King of Wands, amplifying the Aries energy, because they are fire sign energies represented by the wands in the minor arcana. But this is, again, a person very controlling, very much wants to be in the middle of everything. Even if they don't know what the heck they're talking about, they're going to sit there and be like, well, this was my idea. This is my thing. This is what I'm saying. And you might be getting very frustrated, actually, Taurus. I would say that you are getting very frustrated with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, because that's one of the things that really bugs you. If a person knows what they're doing, you'll listen, or at least give them a semblance of time. But if they don't know what they're doing and they just want you to follow them blindly and they're making mistakes, oh, that rubs you the wrong way. So we have the Nine of Swords, okay? Nightmares, doubts, fears. And then we have the Lovers. There might be a fear of, I'll never get to be where I want to be, how I want to move forward. The Lovers is also Gemini energy, time frame May 21st to April 20th. Now, Spirit is just saying, if you're born on the cusp with Gemini, or if you're born on the cusp with Aries, be very mindful that those energies are coming through very strongly during this time. And you can actually find yourself in a bit of a battle between your sensible Taurian self and the fierce Aries self, or the inquisitive kind of flitzy Gemini self. And I don't mean flitzy in a bad way. I mean just this curious, wanting to jump from thing to thing to thing. You, Taurus, you want to focus on something, finish it, then move forward. And you have the Lover's energy coming forward, which is like, oh, well, let's look at this and let's look at that. So that's something that you have to be mindful of. You then have the Eight of Pentacles. Your hard work is definitely paying off. The Chariot, which is Cancer energy, time frame June 21st to July 22nd. Justice, which is Libra time frame, September 23rd to October 22nd, and the Queen of Materials, the Queen of Pentacles. So that is you shining through, Taurus, as a queen, as somebody who is in control. You need balance, though, okay? It's going to be very, very easy for things at work, for things within your finances to get out of balance. And that's where we can get ourselves in a lot of trouble. So here, with the Justice card, it's like, stay in balance, stay in harmony with yourself, be discerning about the energy that you let in. Also, the purchases that you want to make during this time, make sure you think about them, because there can be this sense of frustration and kind of seeking a bit of solace, a bit of comfort in shopping and making impulse purchases. So just be mindful of that during this time. So let's start here with peace, the crown chakra. Now this makes sense because you have the lotus here, 3 lotus flowers coming together with the Lovers. So you have this peace moving you forward, but you also have this time of nightmares, doubts, fears, anger, chaos, anxiety, which can be the time that we're in right now, most definitely. But it is also here a sense of needing to find your balance, needing to find your harmony. You have a tendency, Taurus, of burning the candle at both ends, which can be great for a while, but can really wind up being detrimental to you as you're moving forward. So just be mindful of the peace that you need to crown yourself with. Be a bit kinder to yourself. Be a bit more patient. Psychic development, trust your gut, trust your intuition, trust the power that is moving you forward, because it's going to be, and you'll see this as a pattern, it is when you don't trust your instincts, when you let other people really start kind of bullying you around or making you doubt yourself, that you make mistakes. Here, it is focusing on your truth, your power, your understanding, and then moving forward within it. You're going to be guided very much by your angels, by your spirit guides, by a deeper sense of truth. And this is also, for some of you Taurians, very much your psychic development coming forward, your sense of the psychic self coming forward, your intuitive self coming forward and playing a bigger role within your life. It depends on where you are in your life journey, how prevalent this is going to be. But for a lot of you Taurians, it is astoundingly prevalent. And it brings with it a lot of clarity. As you embrace peace, as you sit there and say, I'm not going to get into this chaos, get into this kind of like, fire drill scenario. I'm going to step back. I'm going to look at what I need. I'm going to do and kind of lay it out as best I can and see before I act. And that's the clarity that comes in, because not only are you seeing with your eyes, but you're also seeing with divinity's guidance for you, divinity's power for you, that opens up the door. And it brings forward tremendous clarity, tremendous power, tremendous understanding. Now, during this time, we have nightmares, okay? And that's what starts off this reading. And the Nine of Swords, doubts, fears, not sleeping well. You can be thinking about projects that need to be done, or, kind of goals that have been set that seem astronomical. And so here, what you need to do is you need to step out of the nightmare. And I know that sounds so easy. It's like, well, if I could step out of the nightmare, it wouldn't be a nightmare. True. But this is also stepping out of the chaos, okay? This is chaos never leaving us. This is going to sleep in chaos. This is waking up in chaos. This is thinking and moving and being in chaos. And so here, with the Nine of Swords, there's a sense of stopping that chaos and saying, what is it that I need to focus on? What is it that I need to give my attention to? How is it that I can kind of break things down into bite-sized pieces so that I'm not so overwhelmed, so I don't feel so overpowered by things? Because you're calling love forward in your life. Now, it sounds odd because we're talking about money and career to say call love forward, but it's very important. When you love what you do, okay, it changes things. Now, you might sit there and say, my job is just a job. It pays the bills. It's not what I'm passionate about. But there's a certain level of pride that needs to be taken in it, right? There's a certain level of looking at what you do and saying, I do this and I do it well, and holding your head up high because of it. So here with the Lovers, when it comes to business, when it comes to work, all right, it's knowing that there's two sides to the coin, most definitely. There's going to be two ways of seeing things. There are going to be two ways that people are, calling you to get things done, to look at things. There are also two ways that you are looking at things. But you need to listen to your emotional connection to the project. You need to listen to your emotional connection with where you stand. And it does not matter if you're a janitor or a CEO. It just doesn't, okay? And I know you're going to sit there and say, oh, yes, Dane. Yes, it does. Yeah, the paychecks are definitely different, okay? But when you have a person who keeps the building running and who takes pride in the care that they take in things, that changes the whole feel of the building. It does. And it's absolutely needed, right? So here, it's not being in love with what you do. It's respecting what you do. And it's having a respect for you. Instead of, I don't know how I got here. This was never my dream. I'm a failure. It's looking at where you stand and saying, this is where I am right now. It might not be my end, but it's definitely my present, okay? And as you move forward, stay in love with yourself. Stay focused on your bigger goals, right? And take pride where you are right now. I remember, and I know I've told the story before, but I remember I was working at this one job, and this one person who was my boss, she wasn't as well educated as I was. And then she started mocking me about it. Like, look at you. You went through all that schooling and I'm your boss. And I felt terrible. I was already doubting everything. I already felt small to begin with. And she absolutely took advantage of that. And made me hate seeing her, but also made me hate doing what I did. But she didn't make me. She just took my insecurities and put a magnifying glass underneath it and said it was okay. I was kind of fair game, right? And so here I lost my love for myself. And I let other people start to bully me and make me change the way I thought about me. And, it happens to the best of us. It really, really does. But letting them have that power over you, letting them hurt you, letting them, mock you, and letting it seep in and having your own inner voice mock yourself. That's not right. That is just not right. And so here, it's falling in love with the duality of yourself, with the duality of your dreams, with the way that you're moving forward, with the power that's opening up to you, all right? And it's walking through that door. And it's saying, this may not be my end game, but this is where I am right now. And there's power and there's brilliance to be learned from where I stand. And it leads you to your hard work paying off. It leads you to people taking note, even if you don't think they do. Even if you think nobody knows who you are, you might be surprised, okay, of how they talk about you when nobody's around, how they pay attention to what you're doing. It might not get you the recognition that you want, because we all want to be publicly praised, but it can definitely have power within you to move you forward, to, kind of sit there and hold your head up with pride, because you might hear a little thing, like when they say, oh yeah, they think you can do no wrong, or, oh yeah, of course you think that, and you'll take it negatively, but it can actually be very positive, because people are saying things about you. You've caught people's attention. It's also catching your own attention. It's saying, I've worked hard and I deserve, instead of I worked hard and I'm never going to get anywhere. This is prosperity coming forward. This is your hard work paying off. This is your dedication and your due diligence coming forward and changing things and guiding you and letting you see that nothing was wasted. We often think that everything was wasted. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was so foolish. I can't believe I was so scared, so overwhelmed. Everybody is scared and overwhelmed. And people like to point out other people's failures. It's kind of like, what does it say in the Bible? Take the plank out of your own eye before you take the splinter out of another's. So here, oh goodness, my angel just fell down. So here, it's exactly that statement. And I guess that rings astoundingly true for you right now, Taurus. It's like, you stand in your truth, you stand in your power. Nobody's perfect. Your hard work is paying off, and it brings you to being able to move forward. Being able to move forward career-wise, okay, prosperity, okay, being able to have those doors open to you. It's not going to happen all at once, and it might take years. And I know you're sitting there and saying, Dane, years? Come on. That's not even cool. I get it. I really do. But as we're building ourselves forward, we do not know where divinity wants our end game to be. We just don't. So it's kind of like doing this. I never would have dreamt of doing this in my whole entire life. I always loved the tarot. I was always very drawn to it since I was little. I always loved divinity and sacred texts and, was a very odd child. But I never thought that it could come together and actually be something, actually build a community. And so here, it's letting divinity guide you forward. It's also knowing when you're really frustrated with things and stepping back and saying, is this what I want forever and ever? Is this my truth and my power? Is this my passion and my being? And letting your soul guide you, letting your gut feels move you forward, letting yourself take risks, not, sitting there and not having a paycheck come in, but letting yourself start things on the side and see how it opens up the world. It brings you to a place of justice. It brings you to a place of balance. It brings you to a place where things start coming forward. And this is the psychic development. Psychic development is also discernment. It's also sitting there and saying, I call forward this energy, but I will not call forward the energy that brings forward lack and doubt and fear and chaos. And so here, with justice, you're finding yourself, finding your footing, claiming where you stand, what you stand for, what is moving you forward, and where you need to be. You're opening up doors for you. And you're going to see here that there's a balance that starts coming in. There's a clarity that brings you peace, okay? That moves you forward. And that also embraces your power, embraces your greater understanding, embraces your truth. With the Queen of Pentacles, you are meant to be prosperous. You are. Now, prosperous doesn't necessarily mean a mansion with, all the fancy cars. It can be just simply being contented within life. And you know what? A lot of people with the mansions and the fancy cars, they aren't contented. So here, there's power. Here, there's beauty. Here, there's greater understanding. And there's a sense of moving yourself forward to that truth, to that place of being. It's holding your wealth. And it's people seeing you as a rather prosperous person, as a rather bountiful person. So I'm going to see here. As we go deeper, let's go deeper. Taurus, February 2021, money and career. Taurus, February 2021, money and career. Taurus, February 2021, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, fantastic. One bonus. So we have here strength. Okay, strength to overcome nightmares, to stand where it is that you love. Then you have the Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. As you move forward, you're defending your passion, your prosperity, your ability to embrace power, to embrace what it is that you want within your life. You then have the Wheel of Fortune. There is a change coming forward. And it's going to be happening quickly. The Eight of Wands, like ready or not, here it comes. So as you are looking at what is holding you back, okay, as you look deeper within yourself and as you are finding this balance and you're looking at this duality, the strength is your eternal strength that moves you forward, the eternal strength that guides you to something more, that opens up the doors, that opens up your eyes. And it's not brute force strength. That's actually something that you're going to be combating during this time. It's not because I said so and you have to listen to me. It is the strength of compassion, understanding, and respect. It brings you as your hard work is paying off. Now, it might not be paying off the way that you envisioned it would pay off, but it's paying off as it moves you forward, as it's bringing you to the place that divinity wants you to be. The Knight of Wands is passion, it's beauty, it's power, moving you towards something more, towards the place that you need to stand, towards the fight that you need to have for what you want within your life. It's kind of like during this time, just keeping everything copacetic, keeping everything nice and smooth and not making waves is not necessarily going to get you to where you want to be. It's not saying here to be overly aggressive, but you do have a lot of aggressive forces coming forward, so you need to stand your ground. The Wheel of Fortune, things are changing. To embrace your prosperity, and as the justice comes in, you're entering into a new season. Now, the season might not be the season that you want. We all want springs and summers, but winters and falls are also astoundingly valuable. So here, embracing your truth, moving forward in your purpose, and seeing where that takes you, seeing what that develops within your life is going to be rather cool and rather fun. You're moving forward very quickly. Okay, there are things that are going to be coming at you where one day you could be rip-roaring mad, absolutely thinking, I can't do this anymore, I don't want to. And the next moment, you're going to be seeing why you were tested so much. You're going to be seeing prosperity coming forward. You're going to be seeing power coming your way. And there's going to be just this huge change. And you're like, oh, that's what it was for? That's where I needed to be? And now looking at the people that are going to be holding you back during this time. You have the Lord. You have all fire sign energy here. So you have Aries, Sagittarius, and the King of Wands. That amplifies both of these. Now, the Lord, you can see having problems with the Lord. It's kind of like a landlord or somebody like that. This is a person who wants what they want. And there's going to be no give, no take. There's going to be no give and only take. This is a person you have to be mindful of. This is a person who sits there and their answer will be, because I said so. And that's not going to jive well with you at all. You want reasons. You want, clarity. You want respect. You want things to be a bit more balanced. This person isn't going to give it. Don't lose your temper with them. That's actually kind of what they want. They want to be able to show that you're not a team player, okay? But also here, with Spirit saying, things are changing, don't take things laying down, all right? This isn't letting this person walk all over you. This isn't losing your identity to this person. This is knowing your strength, knowing your power, listening to them, and then saying, you know what? This needs to get done. Or, okay, I understand what you're saying, but this is how I'm seeing this, or this is what it's coming across as. You might not be able to say it to them. You might have to go and talk to somebody else. It always makes me anxious when Spirit says this, because it's like, I don't want you to get in trouble, like with things, like for things just to get messy, because things tend to get messy really quickly. But it's looking at things and saying, okay, this is my worth. This is my power. This is my truth. And it will not be bullied, okay, by a person. And it can also be just when they come up to you, instead of that sense of dread, it's like, okay, you're tough. I know you're tough. And I know I'm not going to like what you say, but you're not going to ruin my day. It leads you to the Frail, to Sagittarius energy. This is connecting with the ether. This is somebody who isn't connecting with their inner selves, their higher picture, what it is that they're supposed to be manifesting in this world. It makes them very, very hard to deal with because they are out of alignment with themselves. And you can almost feel it when they come around. It's like you start to get, especially since you have psychic development coming up, you can start to get a little bit of a headache. You can start to, not feel really well when you're around them. That's because they're so out of alignment that they can't see the bigger picture of the blessings that are a part of their lives. So just be mindful of that. That energy can be astoundingly draining during this time. The King of Wands, rolling up their sleeves, wants to be in the middle of everything, doesn't know what the heck is going on. So it's very, very frustrating. So here it's just looking at things, and it can be, you sit there and you're like, okay, we'll give this a try. If you think this will work, and then just knowing that it won't, just sitting there and knowing, all right, this isn't the way people do things. This isn't the way they want to do things, and stepping back and seeing how it happens. But always doing your best during this time, because that's going to be the most powerful thing for you, to do your best and kind of forget the rest, Taurus. But just be very mindful, because you have very strong energy coming at you, and all you want is peace. All you want is peace and clarity, and to embrace your insights and your understanding. So it's going to be a little bit challenging. It really is. Your subconscious chakra message is flexibility. This is the sacral chakra, okay? The time that you're going through and the anchor that you're experiencing can bring up a lot from the past that makes you not want to be flexible, that makes you want to sit there and say, not again. Embrace your flexibility here. Look at the past hurts, the past pains, the past disappointments, because those are stored within the sacral chakra. And say, the past is not the pain bubble I'm living in anymore. It's not the pain that is defining me. And so the change comes forward. And it leads you then to your subconscious, to the subconscious person message of the King of Swords. The King of Swords, okay, so where the fire sign energy, passionate, fiery, can have a bit of a temper, can have a big temper with things. The King of Swords is astoundingly logical. If you come back with everything, with logic, okay, with logic, with facts, with numbers, that's going to be how you battle this. It's going to be about keeping your head, staying very business-minded, staying very focused on your goals, and not letting the people who are desperately trying to rattle you win, because they're just not worth it. They are just not worth it, okay? You're cutting through doubts and fears. You're seeing where it is that you need to be, all right? And you're looking at things very openly, very honestly, all right? But you're also holding things close to the chest, because you're not going to let them see this to trip you up, to ruin things. It brings you to your subconscious tarot message, which is the Knight of Voice, the Knight of Swords. Cutting through doubts and fears, rising to new heights, moving things forward, slaying dragons, slaying the nightmares that are holding you back, okay, that you are facing during this time. And it's not letting them win. You are seeing yourself move to something greater, for something greater, within a more profound truth. All right, Taurus, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of your positive energy. As you have the strength to move forward in the prosperity that you were born to, as things shift and change, and as you embrace your power to call forward the energy that makes you stronger than you were before, and as wealth becomes a part of your existence. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus.